Okay, so we had a slight interruption in the service there because I accidentally pressed the off button. So let's just remove that. You can see what I'm talking about with these warped sprues. Can you see the severity of the warping? This one is the worst warping of the lot, easily the worst yet. This one is not as bad, nowhere near as bad, but it's still warped, it's still not straight. If I line it up, try to line it up with the straight plates, always the same problem. The starboard side of the wing, let me just try and get this so it really explains it. If you look carefully at the lines below, you can see the problem. So look at the lines below, look at the gap, try to get that as straight as I can. Can you see how it warps? That's the good one. This one, this is all over the damn place. I mean, this is just completely, that's been wrenched out of the mould. I'm sure it has. So this one warps down at this end, can you see that? Goes straight in the middle and then it's warped in 2 dimensions. Down again a little bit at this end, so it's warping sort of this way, up, down, and then at the back here it's completely warped beyond belief. Look at it. And then the resultant parts that they've taken off are just not straight. So let's just look at it. You see that? It's harder because it won't stand up as easily. Put this over here. See how warped it is? This side, do the same. You see the warp in it? It's clearly visible, isn't it? Now, that's the worst of the 2, so I think that one goes with that one. That one's from that one. I don't know what to say really, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? I think this is getting to the point where I'm going to write back to Meng and ask them if they will get the chief exec to contact me, because I think it's just become a farce, really. Laughable. Yeah, what does any customer have to do? I've had a chap, you probably read this in the, or saw this in the previous video. Another chap has had one of the less severe ones I think, a bit like this, and he's tried to unwarp it. He's used hot air gun, he's used boiling water, he's used all sorts, and he said that you can get it to unwarp until you glue it together, and then as it cools it just pings back up again. It's got memory from the mould, and that's because they've pulled it out of the mould. This one I think is the final proof we needed actually. It's so extreme is that, and it's clearly been pulled, so I think that person is pulling it at that corner, and this is actually what's causing the problem, because it's soft, it's hot, it's not ready to come out of the mould, and they're yanking it out for speed at the factory, and you can see how extreme. I don't know if you can see, I'm just zoom you in. See how extreme it is? And look at it, it's just a banana. This has gone from beyond a joke now, you know. You're prepared to be, you know, patient and lenient with a company, but when they're as stupid as this is, I'm sorry, I don't want to be, you know, insulting anybody or aggressive or anything, but this is just completely unacceptable, you know. It's beyond being nice about it now, it's just become a farce. So I'm going to be contacting Meng, showing him this video. I'll take some still photographs as well and say, what was the point of this? What was the point of cutting it off? It doesn't unbend it. Yes, we have. The one positive thing, it's not broken. So obviously they're easily damaged in transit. So yes, they proved that point, I suppose, but it doesn't help us, because that was never the bigger problem. You do it when you make the model, just glue it back on, easily fixed. But what you can't fix easily is this, you know, banana-shaped sprues that are, you know, warped at that level. It's just stupid, isn't it? Anyway, I'm not going to rant on about it. I'll go and take it up with them. But anybody watching this video, this is not untypical. We can see that I've had now multiples. You've seen them open again and again. New ones from Holland, which I think is their distribution centre. I think they must be breaking into kits to take these out. There's clearly a huge batch of these kits that are affected, and they are all defective. My advice is to steer clear of the Fokker DR1 triplane, because it's just not a product I could recommend. Quite the opposite. And it's ruined the good design of wingnut wings because they don't know what they're doing, and it's the injection moulder, I'm sure of it now. I think the severity of that just confirms everything that a lot of us suspected, that it's the way that they're pulling them out of the mould, probably didn't be done for speed, it's ripping them out, it's still hot, and it just bends it and it's warped, and it cools then, and that's it, it's permanent. So I'll take it up with Meng and I'll keep you posted. In the meantime, thanks a lot for joining me. Did quite well keeping my temper, I think, there, because it's just got ridiculous. So I now have 7 that are all warped. It's just stupid. You saw the recent Wingnut Wings review I did on the Sopwith Raymond Collishaw Sopwith Snipe. Nothing like this. Perfect. This was designed by Wingnut Wings. There's a photo as well of the original sprue test shot, which I have, which is not. So I saw it in the flesh and I took the picture myself at Telford last year, 2 years ago now, 19, and it was perfect. None of these problems. So it's purely down to the way they're actually handling. It's not a design problem. They are mishandling the injection moulding process and the way it's coming out, and you can see that. So they need to get their act together, and in the meantime avoid buying this kit. Thanks for watching, and I hope to join you later with some more pleasant videos as normal. Thanks a lot in the meantime. Cheers for now.